everyone. Thanks for coming to this pitch. So this song is from the late singer-songwriter Israel Kamakawi'ole, and known as Brother Is. And perhaps you guys know this song, but maybe you don't know. But I'm thinking that if you think about Hawaii, you think about images like this. So these are all from Oahu. You might think about sunsets, you might think about Diamond Head, you might think about surfing, and it really is this beautiful. It really is this beautiful, that's for sure. But let me give you some stats about Hawaii. There's 1.4 million people in Hawaii, and about 65% of them live on Oahu, which is the main island. Along with the Kanaka Mo'oli, or the native Hawaiians, are people of your American, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Filipino, Vietnamese, Puerto Rican, and Pacific Islander descent. Numerically, there's no one group that dominates, right? The people who live in Hawaii appreciate the values of native Hawaiian culture, such as hula or surfing, and everyone, grows up with these values of aloha, ohana, or every child who grows up in Hawaii learns to malama ka'aina, which is to protect the land. Vice versa, Native Hawaiians and others appreciate the cultural traditions of other people, especially the varieties of food. But Hawaii is no racial paradise, right? We all live in equal and relative equality. For historic reasons that began with the plantations, Hawaii remains socially stratified among ethnic lines. Euro-Americans, or haoles, as they are known locally, hold the top corporate, government, and educational jobs. The local Japanese are then the next. It's not completely unreasonable to say that it's really the haoles and the local Japanese who dominate the islands, right? The native Hawaiians, or the Kanaka Maoli, have benefited least from Hawaii's incorporation into the United States. Not only did they experience population collapse after contact, but today Native Hawaiians have the highest rates of mortality, of disease, suicide, unemployment, poverty, literacy, homelessness, domestic abuse, substance abuse, prison rates. So just like Brother Is says, cry for the gods, cry for the people, cry for the lands that were taken away, and yet they're still Hawaii. And so this is what I want to focus in this class, which is this, right? So, there is an ongoing movement for Hawaiian sovereignty, concern with environmental sustainability, concern for an ethical society that ensures the well-being of all peoples in Hawaii, and most of all, concern for the survival of Hawaiians. This course explores U.S. settler colonialism in the context of U.S. military empire in the Pacific. It is geared particularly to those students who already have a good grasp of settler colonialism, particularly as it has been experienced here in the continental United States. So a little bit about me. My name is Naoko Shibusawa, as I've been introduced, and I teach courses on U.S. empire, and I'm a historian by training. The course is going to begin with a week of intensive reading here in Brown so that people can get caught up and know the background about Hawaii. And then we will fly to Honolulu for a week-long experience. And I wanted to show you some of the highlights. First, we're going to start out with the Kamakaua Colony Center for Hawaiian Studies. And we're going to have Professor John Osorio give us a tour about how the center was built up to be a knowledge center for Hawaiian studies. We're also going to have a detour, or a demilitarization tour, led by scholar activist Kyle Kajiro. Actually, that's him on the edge right there on the left side, to learn and to get alternative histories of Hawaii that most tourists do not get, to get an alternative history of popular tourist spots such as Iolani Palace and Pearl Harbor. We're also going to have an environmental justice tour led by my friend, Professor Kenneth Fujikane, who also writes on Asian settler colonialism, as well as on Native Hawaiian activist concerns about preserving the sacred Mount Mauna Kea. To give sort of the U.S. kind of military side of things, we're actually going to be able to go to Schofield Barracks, where my former TA, Stephen Barker, who is now stationed there, will be giving us a military history. So we'll be getting the military side of the story as well, too. Schofield Barrack happens to be towards the North Shore, so maybe we'll end up going to the North Shore while we go up there. That's how it'll look like in January, because it's when the big waves are happening. It's when the huge surfing competitions happen. I don't think, or I don't recommend any of you guys actually going in the water at the time. It'd be way too dangerous, but still, we'll be able to perhaps go over there. I just wanted to throw this in here because I want you guys to know that even though we're going to be having an intensive educational experience, that we're going to have at least some time to be able to go to some of the beautiful beaches in Hawaii. We will be based at the lovely University of Hawaii in Manoa, where I used to teach. Our institutional host is going to be the Department of Ethnic Studies. We will be staying in Lincoln Hall, which is not the dorm, so don't worry, a little bit nicer than the regular dorms. There are apartments for visiting scholars. And we'll have other sessions there on the UH campus. As you see right there, we're going to have sessions on sovereignty activism, settler colonialism and immigration, comparative settler colonialism, military bases in tourism, Native Hawaiian masculinities and soldiering. And that's about it that I have to say. I think I had 5 minutes. And so if you are interested, please email me, send me a short essay. Please don't attach a Word document, just makes more work for me. Just paste on a Word document why you want to take the class. I want to know 3 things. A, why you're interested, your previous coursework on settler colonialism or U.S. military empire, and also 3, what you think you can bring to the class. If there's a lot of interest, I may require a follow-up interview or may require more information via email. Thank you.